So this is a view from inside. Oh wow, it's even got a shuttle inside. This is an old photo. Adventurers, it is time for another Ant on the Move video. This one you might notice is a little bit different because, well, we're looking at a map. In fact, we're looking at Google Earth. So what I wanted to do is, I know many people are cooped up inside, many people can't get out or are trying to avoid exposure to different things that are happening right now. So I wanted to take you on a quick visual tour of some different things that you can see and do in the state of Florida. Now, I have no plan exactly what I'm doing, but we're going to start and I'll try to take you to some different things, see if it'll show you some different photos and spots that you can see in the state of Florida. So what we're going to do first, we're going to start all the way up in the Panhandle up here in Pensacola. Let's see if we can get it to go to Pensacola here. Let us zoom in there. So Pensacola, Florida is the westernmost city in the United States, as you see over here on this side. Let's see what the population was. We'll figure that out later. But let's go zoom in on Pensacola proper. So there's the red lines. You can see the Pensacola area. And if you follow I-10, which is this yellow line right up here, you can head on over to Alabama. And if you follow it far enough, quick side trip, you can see the Spanish Fort, which is really cool. I've been there. And you can go to Mobile, Alabama. And let's see if we can zoom in real fast here on Mobile. See if I can find it real quick. I forget where exactly it's at. Somewhere along here. Oh, there it is. The USS Alabama, which is really, really cool. A great ship to be able to see. I don't think there's there's no way to get down Earth view. I don't think. Let's see. Oh, we can actually. Okay. Let's step down real quick. We'll go down and look at the USS Alabama, and then we'll head back into Florida real quick. But hey, you're this close to Alabama, you gotta stop and take a look at the USS Alabama. It's a really, really cool ship. I have stood right down there and been able to look at the ship. I've been on the ship. I think the highest point I was able to go, they didn't let you go all the way up here to the very top. I'm not sure if you can see my mouse. I think you guys can. But right about in here, I think. I know I've been on this gun turret here. Stood right underneath this gun. So you can go all over the ship. You can go way down into the belly of the ship. It's really cool. Definitely worth it if you are in the Alabama area. Now, okay, we need to get back to Florida. So let's zoom out here a little bit. Let's follow I-10. Come on, I-10. I-10's being cranky. Which is possible. All of Google Earth. Pause for a second. Oh, I want to go out, not in. Out. Back into Florida. There we go. Alright, so we're back into Florida. Let's get back to Pensacola. Hang on, I think I need to get my compass redirected here. There we go. There's Clay City. Oh wow, I've lost Pensacola. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, I hadn't even gotten out of Alabama yet. My goodness, okay. Zoomed in farther than I thought I was. Alright, so Pensacola, there's the cool airport. It's very expensive to fly to Pensacola. Not the best place to go fly into. What Pensacola is known for is, one, Pensacola Christian College up here. And then, honestly, I think it's Pensacola, the beach here at Pensacola. There's lots of great beaches along this area. I forget which beach I have been to. I have been over this bridge. I forget which beach I've been to, but it's a very pretty area. I don't know what all that is. Oh, this might be the... I honestly have no idea, but that's very pretty. I think I've been to this Veterans Memorial Park. I think I drove over there one day. Very nice. So, okay, so Pensacola, nice area. The main point, though, is people come down here to Gulf Breeze. They come to Pensacola Beach. Now, what I want to go to, I haven't been there yet. I have been to the Pensacola National Air Station. There's a really cool aircraft museum there. I don't think you can get in now. It's this right here, the Naval Aviation Museum. awesome museum. And then the lighthouse, we drove by. We didn't have enough time to stop and see it, but let's see if we can go down in here. Get an earth view again. See if we can go down and see the lighthouse real fast. Oh, no earth view on the Air Force Naval Air Station. Sadly, this doesn't look like it's not showing me anything. Try it one more time. Nope, nothing we can see there. But the lighthouse is very pretty. But more people come to see is all this beach out here. I want to go to Fort Pickens. Let's see if we can zoom in down here on Fort Pickens. Is there an earth view? Do you have to get down there? Wow, no earth view. Maybe we can put it right. Well, let us go right here. Is there a spot we can go? Oh, yeah, okay, good. So Fort Pickens, we can kind of stand. Oh, we're standing on top of the fort. Oh, this is so cool. I think it was closed the day we were there. I think we were there on a Tuesday. It was only open on like Wednesday. I don't remember what the details were. But we stood near it, but we did not get to go into it. But an amazing fort. It's amazing how many forts are in the state of Florida. You should definitely check that out and learn about all the cool lighthouses in Florida. We'll get back out of Earth View here. Scroll back out. So that's something. And then, of course, the Gulf of Mexico here. Some other campgrounds. So this stretch of beach here is very long. So definitely worth visiting if you can. I think you cross. I forget where you cross. I think it's down here. Yeah, in Gulf Breeze you cross this bridge and then across into Pensacola Beach, and it's just, yeah, it's really cool. So check it out if you can. Now we're going to head. Gotta zoom out here. We could stop in Tallahassee, but I don't know that much about Tallahassee. But we are going to go real quick to Jacksonville. So let's see if we can zoom in here on Jacksonville. We're going to look really quickly. If I can find it on the map, we're going to find the Jacksonville Zoo. The Jacksonville Zoo is an amazing zoo to visit. Oh, there it is. You should definitely visit it if you are in the area. It's not only a zoo, but gardens as well. They have just a really nice layout for the zoo. It's one of the, I think one of the first few zoos that I went to. The first zoo I went to is the Brevard Zoo, which is a very nice, small zoo. Jacksonville Zoo is huge. It's a huge zoo. But really nicely laid out. So much to see. So many animals. So it's really neat. I'm not sure how all this lays out here, but this is an overhead shot of the zoo. Are there any spots we can get down in? Oh, there's some street views. Oh, we can at least get a street view here of the parking lot at least. Head down in there for a second. See what we can see. Ah, palm tree! Yep, you're definitely in Florida if you have found the palm tree. Alright, let's go back out for a second. I think there's some other spots we could click on. Yeah, there's like a pathway over here that looks like the parking lot. Let's check this spot right here. See if it'll let us go into the zoo a little bit. Through the trees! Ow, we're gonna get hurt. And, well, I guess that's pretty. Oh, yeah, there's a little waterfall. Nice. Okay, good spot. So, it's a beautiful zoo. A great way to spend a day. Oh, the turtles! Okay, this was the perfect spot to zoom in at. Turtles. So cute. I think, it's too grainy, I can't tell, but it looks like a red-eared slider. Either a red-eared or a yellow belly slider. Not sure which. And then all the ducks. But yeah, it's a beautifully laid out zoo, so definitely check that out if you can. Alright, well, we're taking too long here on the north part. I have one other spot I want to show you. I have not been to this place yet. I need to zoom out a little bit farther, get centered in my orientation again. Alright, so we're headed north again, to zoom out a little bit farther, and a little bit farther up here, something I want to go see. I haven't been able to yet. It's here in Fernandina Beach area. It is Fort Clinch. Gotta wait for it to catch up. It's only 32% ready to go here. I zoomed too fast. Here it is, Fort Clinch State Park. Let's see if we can get a good spot for a street view here. Oh, good. Some nice spots. Let's see if I can find where the fort. Yeah, there we want to be. We want to be up over here. See if we can get that to zoom in. And this is Fort Clinch State Park. I think it is the northernmost fort in Florida, if I remember correctly. Oh, man, look at that. More palm trees. Well, that didn't work out as well as I thought it would. So the fort must be just hidden behind these trees. Let's see if we can zoom out again and see if there's a spot we can stand on up here. Oh, good, perfect. There's a spot right. Let's hit this one. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, because we just ended up in the parking lot. Alright, let's do one from the outside, and then we'll go stand on top and take a look. Oh, wow. Isn't that so cool? A brick fort. And they got the gun mounts on top. And the cool way to walk into it. Oh, that's so amazing. Alright, let's zoom back out for a second so we can go get a shot here on the inside. We'll do the other extreme point. So this is it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lookout points. It looks like. Let's stand on this one here. I've not been to this fort. It's one that we had thought about going to, but we haven't had a chance to go there yet. Combustion guys and I. It's not clicking on it. Let's try this again. Oh, doesn't know where I want to do. Well, let's try this one instead. Ow. I think Google Earth is thinking. Give it a second. But it looks like an amazing fort. I recently heard about it and realized it was actually an actual fort, not just named Fort Clinch State Park, but there's actually a fort there, so I was very excited. Alright, Google Earth thinks it's trying to freeze a little bit on us, but we're not going to let that bother us. There, I think we had to be farther in. Alright, we can zoom down. Ooh, that's a bit of a grainy shot. Let's see if it zooms down any. That helps a little bit. So, oh, look at all these places you can walk. And there's the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean out there. And then the spots where the guns would have been. I can't read what that little sign says. The spots where the guns probably would have been. Then one of the other turrets, more guns there. And then the houses where people would have stayed. Wow, that looks so cool. So it's interesting because if you notice the walls here are kind of low, but then it's all built up. This earthen berm is built up around it, kind of as either a secondary defense or just a way to get the kind of protection from any guns coming in. They're going to start aiming for the wall, but not be able to hit the inside structures as easily. So, wow, that's very cool. So, definitely want to visit this fort. I don't know enough about it. I don't know when it was built. I am not certain who built it. I don't believe it was the Spanish. I believe it was it wasn't the French either. I believe it's Americans, but I'm not positive on that. But, yeah, I believe, if I remember my facts correctly, it is the northernmost fort in the state of Florida. And just a little bit further, it looks out, even boats, looks out over to Georgia. And I think they're supposed to be... Okay, hang on. If we get going this way, we're going to be all over the place. We can't go to Georgia. But there's supposed to be another fort or some sort of place you can only get to by boat in Georgia. I forget the name of it, but we won't go exploring there. So we've been to the northernmost fort, because I think Fort Clinch is higher than Pensacola's fort. Don't know that for sure. But hey, since we're all the way here, let's zoom out a bit here. We've been all the way to the northernmost points. Let's skip some of the southern, all the way down here to the southernmost point for a second. We'll leave all this cool stuff up at the top by itself for a minute. I just want to show you, well, wait for it to load. I just want to show you some of the cool things that either I've seen or that I hope to see in the future. We're going to zoom in on Key West down here for a second. Dry Tortugas down there is actually a national state park. You can only access it by boat, if I remember correctly. And we're down here in the Keys. I want to try to find the 7 Mile Bridge. I forget where that is at precisely. And since we've come such a long ways, it's not ready to zoom in. We zoomed in on just yet. I haven't been to this park, but I don't even know how to say that. Honda something. Oh, I think this might be 7 Mile Bridge. It looks long enough. Actually, it looks kind of short, but it may be 7 miles. No, I don't know. That might not be. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the 7 Mile Bridge is at precisely. I think it's down that low. Yeah, I think it's got to be down there somewhere. But I don't remember. What I was going to try to show you. And look at all these islands. Okay, so these are all these islands. And then all of these little bridges as you go from Raymond Key to Summerland Key to Cudjoe Key to Upper Sugarloaf Key, down to Sugarloaf Key, and then Saddleback Keys. There's just all these cool places. And then you go past the Naval Air Station prior to getting all the way down here to Key West. Now, Key West, let's see if there's any boats in the harbor. You can see Truman's little White House, which is where he visited. I believe until President Trump, he was the one who'd spent the most time, the president who spent the most time in the state of Florida. I think they estimate that it was like 8 months he lived in the state of Florida. So that's pretty cool. There's supposed to be, I think this is it. Yes, there's a United States Coast Guard Maritime Museum. So if you're interested in things like that, there's a ship on display there. The USCGC Ingram is one of only 2 preserved Treasury class United States Coast Guard cutters. We didn't have time to visit when we were there, but we did get to see another fort. This was the first fort, outside of Fort Christmas, which I'll take you up and show you here in a minute. Fort Zachary Taylor was the first fort we had visited. I guess it's the second fort we had visited in the state. And then I started researching and realized how many forts there were, and I was like, wow. I was really surprised. So we're going to see if we can zoom in here and be able to take a look. This is a kind of not a triangular, I'm not sure what shape I want to say, but there's out looking over the water, and then here's an outlook back. Oh, well, we'll try to skip the person there. Hang on, sorry. We don't want to put them in our video. We'll see if we can find a spot without someone being photographed in the photo there. My apologies to whoever's face that was. But this was the fort. It is surrounded by water. It has its own like little lagoon type thing going on. Oh, this is down inside. That's still pretty cool. You can see the brickwork. So this fort and the Fort Clinch are very, very similar. So kind of a cool look inside, but I wanted to see the outside of it. Let's see if we can find... I guess that makes sense why that was there. Let's see if we can find a quick outside photo here. I think we tried that one. Okay, let's do one here in the center. Maybe that's not somebody's selfie photo. We'll be able to get a good view. Alright, gotta wait for the photo to get up there. Alright. Then you can see all the walls. I wasn't sure at first when we went that you'd be able to go and walk all the way up to the top of the walls. But they actually let you, and it's not as well preserved as the fort in St. Augustine. That one is cared for much better. I think it also gets a lot more tourist attention. But this fort is still a neat one to see. It is the southernmost fort, other than Fort Jefferson, which is down in the Dry Tortugas, which you should definitely check out if you have time. But we don't have that much time. So, alright. So that is the fort. Now, of course, there's some other cool things to see in the state of Florida. One of the highlights, hang on, I'm going to zoom out a little bit farther. Otherwise, I'm going to be very confused as to my orientation. But there's lots of cool things. One of the best parts about driving through the Keys is just seeing all of the boats. There are boats, like a car garage, but for boats, stacked like 3, 4, 5 high in the air. And it's like, that's not a good thing when the hurricanes come. So let's zoom out here a little bit farther. But this is just all the Keys. And the water down here is so, so beautiful. So definitely worth the drive down there. If you're just going to take a drive and want to see the Keys, if you're not a big beach person, it's still beautiful just to look at. It does take a very long time to get all the way down to the Keys. I am confident that has to be the 7 Mile. That has to be the 7 Mile Bridge. I'm almost positive. And there's a little island in the middle. They used to connect an old bridge. Sound Institute of Marine Science. I don't think there's any way to get there. I see this little road, but I'm not sure that's accessible by the average person. Let's see if we can zoom back out here a little bit. There's a turtle hospital. There's all kinds of little things to do along the way. Places that have food. Starbucks. there's Starbucks. All those good things. So it's a great little area. But yeah, it takes a very long time, as you see, to get out of the Keys. It's a very long road. Then, of course, Biscayne National Park is a really nice park to visit. I don't remember if it really has beach. I guess it does. I don't remember. There was a nice little walking trail that we went and walked down and just kind of enjoyed it that way. I think we saw some dolphins, maybe. And then, of course, the Everglades. The thing about the Everglades is don't go into the Everglades alone. There's a lot of wild animals in the Everglades, so it would just be much wiser to be traveling with someone, and definitely do that. I've been to Miami a couple times, don't know a whole lot about it. Super Bowl was held there. And I've driven through Miami a few times to get other places, so it's a big, busy city. Not my favorite cup of tea. Lake Okeechobee is a cool place to visit. It is, I forget what it is known for. I believe it is the biggest lake, or like it has like the farthest distance across it or something. I know it's in Florida, but there's something else specifically interesting about it, and I don't remember what that is. But if I remember, I'll try to put in a little note over here so we can remember what it is. Now, we're gonna go up the East Coast here for just a second. There's something cool to see. I believe it is here in Fort. No, it's not Fort Pierce. It's a little bit farther. A little bit farther? Yeah, it's gotta be farther. Maybe it is Fort Pierce. I thought it was Fort. Let me see down here. It'll tell me what I'm looking for. Jupiter Inlet Lighthouse. There's lots of lighthouses in Florida. I think this has to be farther up than I thought it was. Probably was Fort Pierce then. Yeah, because we thought about coming all the way down to Jupiter for a trip, and we didn't. So we stayed up here. And yeah, it definitely had to be. Oh, we came down to Stewart. Yeah, it definitely was up here in Fort Pierce then. Okay. Fort Pierce. Let's get back to Fort Pierce. Somewhere along here, let's see if we can find it. I think it was over. Yeah, there it is. The Navy SEAL Museum. A really cool museum if you want to see some of the well, you can see some of the equipment that the Navy SEALs have used, and you can also see their transformation from just an underwater diving unit, which is what their purpose was during World War II, to what they have become today. So it's really cool. It takes you kind of through their history, shows you different uniform changes, a lot of equipment and things. So it's a really good place to visit if you have any interest in that at all. Let's see. I'm trying to think of some other cool spots just to mention along the way. There's lots of cool things to do and see in Florida. Here, if we can get it to zoom in a little bit farther. Oh, we can take you to something really cool, I hope. Depends on how the... Oh, come on! Middle of the state! Zoom in! There we go, okay. We got the middle of the state here to work. So this is the Space Coast. And right out over here, let's see if we can zoom in a bit. All of these little spots that you can see here, these are all launch pads. I believe some of them are still used today. Do we have any street views we can see in here? Kind of doubt it, because this is the Naval Air Force Station. Nope, no street views. But these are... Oh, can we stand on this one? Let's see what this one does real quick for us. Somebody took a photo out there. Some of these launch pads are still used. Some are not. Got a nice tree. Somebody's standing there. I believe this one... I can't read what this says. Project Mercury. Okay. The first American to travel around the planet began his three-orbit flight from this launch complex in Friendship 7. So this is Complex 14 for manned orbital flights. There's somebody's vehicle, and there was a guy back the other way. But we can see a little memorial there. We can see the guy, but yeah, we don't have a good picture of the complex. Let's see if we zoom back out again here, if it will show us the complex. There was another photo somewhere. Where was that other photo? Oh, there it is. So this is the complex up here, I think. Go! Ah, come on! Maybe it'll let us see. So a lot of launch pads. Some of these are the launch facility areas are not really used anymore. Some still are. Just depends. Alright, let's try to get it. Come on. Oh, give me that photo. But there were a lot of them, and they were all used during Mercury, Gemini, Atlas. They're still being used for Atlas launches. Some of them, I don't know which ones precisely. Oh, come on. Why are we pausing again here? Won't let me move. Good old Google Earth and Internet. Internet, I think, is being slow on us here. But, I guess we won't be able to see that. It's not going to let us. But this all is the Canaveral Air Station. So a lot of cool things there. And then this area out over here, I think we're closer to the main space center. Or are we still... That, yeah. Oh, yeah, here's where we want to be. I think. That's Harrison Island. I don't actually know what Harrison Island is. What is this building? Oh, that's a launch facility of some sort. I don't know what that one is. Zoom out a little bit. Oh, this is where we want to be. I was too far over still. But this... There's so much happening here. I'm not sure what's what. I don't usually see it from this aerial. Hey, I didn't see you go. Oh, yeah. So this part is the Kennedy Space Center. I knew I was going to get there at some point. I forgot how far the Naval Air Station, or Cape Canaveral Naval Air Station went there. But this is, I believe, the VAB down here. This is the landing strip where the space shuttles would land. Oh, and these are the two main pads. I believe this is SpaceX's pad, and this over here is I don't remember whose pad that is now, but I believe this is the one that SpaceX is using, the one closest there. There's some cool spots you can visit, and then oh, there's a library. But where's the there's a library? Why is there a library in the VAB? No. So this is a view of inside. Oh, wow, it's even got a shuttle inside. This is an old photo. I don't know how old this photo is. Or else, yeah, this is supposed to be the VAB. Yeah, this is the VAB. Yeah, because it goes way up there. At the time it was built, it was the biggest building by square volume in the world. It's also technically considered one floor. It's not technically, we don't call it by floors or anything. It's technically considered a single floor building. It was the tallest single one in the world. I don't know which shuttle that is, but that's pretty cool. Whenever this was taken, there was still a shuttle in the VAB. It's crediting this as a 2020 photo, but that's not possible because there are no shuttles at the VAB anymore. But okay, I'm on the VAB. We need to continue our journey, so that's pretty cool. I want to show you the outside of the VAB. Is there a spot we can stand and see it? See if it'll let us come back down, like right. Oh, we wouldn't be over there, honestly. That's gonna be a better view. See if it'll let us drop in there. It's gonna show us the parking lot first, but that's okay. And then as soon as it decides to load the picture the rest of the way, let's spin ourselves around and take a look at the Space Center. Oh, this is when they were taking buses through there too. So I guess this is the back side of the VAB. But that's okay. Get a little bit of a clearer view of it. Yeah, so this picture was credited in 2012. And it is a huge, huge building. Very cool to be able to see. Alright, but we need to finish our journey. So we've kind of floated all over the place. Let's get ourselves reoriented here. Zoom out a bit. And where should I take you next? My. So many cool places. There's the Canaveral National Seashore. If you want to see a beach that has no hotels, very natural beach, definitely check out the Canaveral National Seashore. Wow, something else. A really cool thing, if I can, oops, I'm too far in. Farther up here, we had the Ocala National Forest. There's actually an area in the Ocala National Forest that I believe is still used for bombing practice by the military. So it's pretty cool. It has some bears you can see in there. We got Plant City up there, which I'm not sure what Plant City is known for, actually. Let's see. And we have all of this coastline. I haven't even been over here, like Cedar Key and all that. I haven't even been there. We drove through Denellen here not too long ago, I think, to come down here to Hudson, picking up a transmission for the combustion guys. Clearwater's really nice. Tampa is nice. There's a really cool, where is that boat? Really cool military boat here in Tampa somewhere. Wherever the, I gotta find out where the harbor's at here. I don't see it. I don't think it's, oh, Fort DeSoto here is cool. There's an old, what's remains of a fort there. A very cool fort. This has gotta be the, it's a cool airport. Somewhere there's a boat. I don't remember where the boat is at though. I know there's cruise ships and everything, a big port. I thought it was up here in the Bay of Tampa, but I'm not seeing it clearly. Again, like I said, it's a little harder to see from the from the sky. It just looks a little bit different. But there's another boat. Oh, the Florida Aquarium. Okay, yeah, it's close to the Florida Aquarium. So I think it might be this boat right here. Is that it? Ah, nope. It's, oh, there it is. There's some cruise ships back in here. And then there is the American Victory ship. Let's see if we can get down if there's a spot where we can see the ship. It's really cool. And you know, it was so interesting is there are so many cool little places you can go and see things in Florida. It's not just the theme parks. It's not just the beach. We have so many cool historical things. We're actually inside the ship. Oh, or are we in the where are we? Where did we just drop into? I think we're in the aquarium. Actually, I don't want to be in the aquarium, but the aquarium is very nice. You should definitely check that out, especially if you have kids or you need something to do on a hot summer day. I was hoping to drop in and see the boat, not the aquarium, but maybe if we go back to this one, that might be a safer one to see the boat. But the aquarium was very nice, actually. This has you on the boat. Okay, so there's the aquarium, the Florida Aquarium. Very nice. Very cool. And now we're on top of the American Victory ship. What's cool about this ship is that of the Victory class ships, Liberty class. It's a Liberty class ship. This is one of, I think, only 2 that remain actually operational. And they will a couple times a year take it out on the water, which is why things are not as pristine as you might see on like the USS Alabama that I took you to at the beginning, just because it's actually being used a couple times a year, and so to keep it pristine with all the salt water and salt spray is a little difficult to do. But yeah, that's really cool to see. Let's see, I gotta take you to one other thing. What else should I take you to really fast here? Just trying to give you guys a quick look at some of the cool things you can see in the state of Florida, some of the things I've enjoyed seeing. Of course, there's the theme parks. Oh, I know where I want to go. I gotta remember where it's at. I gotta zoom out farther, I think. Down here in Lake Wales, I think it is. There's a little farther up. Of course, there's the theme parks, and theme parks are great. Here's where we want to go. If you can, this is so pretty. Let's see if I can find a street view. I'll show you this, and then one other thing that recently has been kind of restored and updated a little bit. See if we can find a good spot to show you. I think this one down here might be okay. Let's see if we can get in there. But this is Bok Tower Gardens, and there's we just kind of plowed through the tower there. Is there a clear view of it? Oh, there it is. Perfect. Lots of people. But this is a bell tower that I think mainly on the weekends it will play. So someone will be up there and they'll be playing all of these different bells with classical music, Christmas music. It's so beautiful. The gardens around it are beautiful. It's a great spot to go and just kind of relax and enjoy the Florida heat or the cooler temperatures in from December to March. So this is a great place to visit. One other spot. I'm not sure where this is at. I haven't been there in years. We've got to find Claremont. So we need to move from Lake Wales up a little bit farther past Orlando or around the Orlando area. Like I said, of course, we got Disney World. I don't even see Disney World. Where is Disney? There's Lakeland. Don't need to be as far as Lakeland. Let's zoom out a little bit. Where's Kissimmee at? Oh, there's Kissimmee. And where is Disney World? I honestly haven't been to Disney World. I don't know where it's at, even on the map. Lake Buena Vista. Well, somewhere in this area is Disney World. I don't know if I could I search it? Oh, there's Epcot. Okay, we found it. I knew it was like Buena Vista. So this is SeaWorld. And then down here is Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Disney's Animal Kingdom, and I don't know where the other ones are at. There's only 3. There's supposed to be 4. Maybe if we zoom in more, we'll find it. There's supposed to be one other park. Yeah, there it is, Hollywood Studios. So all of the Disney parks are right in there. So you can definitely check them out. But we need to go find Claremont really fast here. It's so much faster to travel Florida when you do it this way than when you actually drive on the road, because these roads right in here are horrendous. Alright, so it's nearish Winter Gardens. I need Claremont. I don't remember where Claremont is located. There's Hawaii Awasi. Oh, we could be here. Oh, here's Claremont. Okay. And I'm not sure where this is at. I know it's out in like a bit more of an opening area. Let's see if we can get it to work here. It's something called the Citrus Tower. They've been working on getting it renovated and working on getting the elevator to work. It was built in the middle of a citrus grove when citrus was being grown a lot here in Florida. And its purpose was, I believe, to be able to see if there was any fires or if there's, to get a good overview of what things were looking like in the area. Okay, I'm not seeing it. Let's see if we can type it in real quick and pop it up, because I don't know where this was at. Citrus Tower, Florida. I think the Florida Citrus Tower. Let's see if it'll show us where it's at. Oh, I was in a totally wrong spot. But as you can see now, things have built up around this. This used to be in the middle, I believe, or off to one side of a orange grove, citrus grove. So now it's all out here by itself. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. I don't know the height on it. I don't know any of those type of details. Let's see if we can. It's got a whole building complex built up around it now. It wasn't that way when I saw it last. We don't need to use my GPS. Let's go stand in this part of the parking lot so we can get a look at the Citrus Tower. Yeah, that has changed a lot since I was there. I was there probably back in the early 2000s. Maybe it was like this, but I didn't remember. I didn't remember all the buildings being around it. Maybe they were. I just don't remember them. But there's the Citrus Tower. So pretty cool. They're trying to do like a special light display at Christmas time and do some different things. So they'll let you go up here to the top of the observation deck and be able to take some look around, and good place maybe to do some studying, to have fun. So definitely something fun to do at the Citrus Tower. So thanks for coming with me on my quick tour around Florida. We'll try to zoom out of the state of Florida a little bit slower so you don't get whiplash. But there's so many cool cities and things to see in Florida. That was just a few of the things, a few highlights of things that I have done. And there's so much more. There's so many other things you can go and see and do in the state of Florida. So I hope you enjoy. I know this is a little bit different, but hopefully give you a bit of a virtual tour of Florida. And if you like it, let me know, because I'd love to do more videos like that. I could take you to Africa, show you some places that I've been there, take you to Greece, show you some cool spots there. So we can go on a virtual tour of the United States, the world, whatever. But if you're interested, let me know and we'll go on a tour. Until next time, thanks for watching Ant on the Move, and I hope you'll come back for more videos. Thanks.